Hey, what's up guys? Today we're going to check out this head by Randall. It's called the RD20 Diavlo, with a V instead of a B, a Diavlo. Maybe the V is for valve. 20 watts, it's powered by 66s and looks like maybe 3 or 4 12AX7s in there. I assume they're 12AX7s, it's a high gain amp. This head came into my possession recently through a trade deal that I did for another guitar, which is this Les Paul double cutaway back here, which is really awesome. I'll do a video on that later. Anyway, yeah, I got this as part of a trade, and I was originally thinking I will probably just turn around and sell it to kind of recuperate some of the money that I lost from the trade thing. Well, not lost, I'll just sell it to recuperate and put it into something else. As you do, as a guitar player, you hook it up and try it, and you're like, yeah, I mean, why not? Let's check it out. And it's just totally not what I was expecting at all. Amp sounds great. Just totally surprised me. It has 2 channels, clean and overdrive. There is a boost, which is foot switchable for both channels, and the channels are foot switchable as well. For the clean channel, it just has a gain control, so basically just balance between that and your master volume control is how you kind of get your clean sound. For the drive channel, there's a gain and a volume control, which allows you to balance out the volume between the gain channel and the clean channel. Then there's a shared 4-band EQ, which is bass, middle, treble, and presence. So you've got the boost button right here. If you don't use the foot switch, there's a button for it, and also to switch the channels as well. It has an effects loop, so I have it set not super loud, but loud enough to disturb, you know, neighbors in an apartment for sure. I live in a house, fortunately, so that's not as an issue for me. But plenty loud. Anyway, we'll check it out today. It is going through one of my Mesa oversized 112 extensions, rectifier extensions with a 3/4 back on it. The speaker is a Warehouse Veteran 30, so it's kind of their take on a vintage 30. Sounds really good, I think. And I just have it mic'd up with a single SM57 going straight into Cubase. And the microphone is kind of half on, half off the edge of the cap, and it's about ½ inch or so away from the grill. Just kind of standard, you know, aggressive rock guitar mic thing. Okay, so the first guitar we're going to use here is my 2007 PRS Tremonti. This guitar has been modified a lot, but it's mostly sort of what it was originally. The biggest difference is that it has PRS metal pickups in it, which I prefer to the Tremonti pickups because they're just like a little brighter, snappier, cleaner, in my opinion for me. We're going to start with the controls just as I have them set here when I was playing with the amp in the room, just kind of giving it a run through, and I just put the microphone right on the cab, and we'll see what it sounds like. The bass is at about 3 o'clock, and the mids are at about 9 o'clock. Treble and the presence are also at about 3 o'clock. Gain is halfway up, and the boost is engaged. I'll show it to you without the boost too. But if you're going to play real like aggressive, tight, chunky metal, probably you want the boost on. It really goes a long way to tightening it up, especially when you got lots of gain on it. And halfway on this amp, especially with these pickups, is a pretty sizable amount of gain. Stand by. Oh man, that sounds really good. Surprising how good it sounds. Super fat, it's got lots of bottom, and when you put the boost on, the bottom stays real tight, which is important, obviously, for the metals. I'm gonna play some of the same kind of stuff here, and I'll start with the boost off, because I've had it on this whole time, which I think is important to getting the tightness, but I'll turn it off, and you'll probably notice it's a little bit gushier, flubbier without the boost, and then I'll turn it on and you can hear the difference. Boost on, same thing. So let's explore some of the other things that the amp will do. Let's check out the clean channel. I will just switch over to the clean channel and leave all the controls where they are. And it's not like the world's most amazing clean channel, but it's plenty good enough, especially if you're playing heavy stuff and you kind of just use clean as like a thing here and there. It sounds good, especially if you put some reverb or delay or some chorus or something in the effects loop, and you maybe just kind of wet it up a little bit. But this is going to be a dry, clean sound. The boost also does affect the clean channel. I don't care for the boost so much in front of the clean channel, at least not this kind of sound. We'll try some other stuff, but let me just do kind of some of the same stuff I was doing there, but then I'll turn the boost on so you can hear it kind of is going to give it a little bit more front end gain, and it'll make it a little bit louder. Turn the boost on. Let's try a different guitar. I'm going to grab my Custom 24, which has this exact same pickups in it, but I have it tuned down to C# standard drop B. I'm going to leave all the settings the same, and you can kind of hear how it handles low tuning stuff. You probably would change the setup for a lower tuning a little bit, but let's just see what happens. let's try, I'm going to turn the boost off, and I'm going to put all the knobs in the middle position, except for the master volume. And so let's just see what that does. It's going to darken the amp up a lot, but let's just see what that sounds like as it is. I think that sounds pretty good. I'm going to dial a little of the bass out, add in some more mids and treble, maybe a little bit more presence. Let's see if we can get it kind of Marshall-y, and turn the gain back some. Yeah, that's starting to sound really good and punchy. Bring in some more treble and presence, and let's turn the gain back up just a little bit, and turn the bass down, a little bit more mids. Let's see what that sounds like. That was without the boost. If I just turn the boost on in that same setting, you hear me kick it on here. So this is without it. You know, Tom Petty level of gain, you know. If you want a little bit more, you can always kick on the boost. Let's see if we can dial in like a beautiful sort of Strat, shimmery, clean sound. Let's try turning on the boost now that we've got kind of like a starting to think about clipping clean sound and see what it does with the Strat. Without it. If I turn the boost on. Just for shiggles, which is shits and giggles combined, shiggles, let's just hop over to the dirt channel just as it's set on the EQ, and we'll adjust the gain a little bit, but let's just see what it sounds like with the Strat. Alright, so there you go. That's the Randall RD20, the all-tube 20-watt, I don't want to say lunchbox, but small amp head from Randall. I think it sounds great, especially for the money. I'm particularly impressed with all the different sounds you can get out of it, for everything from, you know, really like pretty aggressive to kind of classic rock and some pretty decent clean sounds. And of course that's without using any effects or anything, that's just all from the amp. I did just the tiniest little bit of post-processing. I put on a limiter just to raise the volume of everything in Cubase, and I also went and took out like the very, very super low end of the microphone, like, you know, under 30 hertz, kind of mushy mess stuff. But everything other than that, that's just how the amp sounds. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope it's been helpful, enlightening. Please leave questions, comments below. I'll do my best to answer them. And until next time, catch you later.